Dude, I need to start doing more. Dude, I'm so stupid, man. I'm so stupid. I'm so freaking stupid, man. I'm so stupid. I need to start getting on my type shit. Maybe talk about. I could do. There's a couple things I could do. Could, would, should do. I need to do one today. What's a good video to do today? What's a good video to do today? Anything on Twitter going on? Nothing much on Twitter, right? Oh, mate, looking good. What's good, mate? What's good? What's good? How are you doing, brother? Um, that's good, bro. I was trying to see if there's anything really going on this week in UFC. I don't think there is, right? There's like some. Yeah, there's really not. Oh, Steve Verseg. No, nothing going on. He's fighting today, right? Steve Verseg. Sup, Tim. Dude, who the fuck is that? Tim Tails? Died? Okay. You got me, bro. You got me, bro. You got me. You got me. You're such a fucking dick. Bro, you're such a dickhead, bro. Yeah. It's Pretoria time. Do you not know what time it is in Pretoria? This fight night seems so bad. Yeah. That's literally, that's what they do though. Whenever, it's like a tsunami. Dude, UFC is like a tsunami. You know, like how before tsunami hits, all the water recedes back on a beach, and then when the tsunami hits, it like floods everything. That's basically what this week of UFC is. These past two fight nights have been the water slowly receding from the beach, and then 319 is a tsunami. Just you're such a fucking dickhead. Hey, you're doing such a noise stream today. I love your motivation and drive. It's attractive, dude. I think women need to start having the same opinion as you. That's a great opinion. Oh, not BL Studs. Your band. Don't ever come back, bro. Great analogy. Yeah. Are you streaming later? Yeah. Why do you stream when I'm in the bath and it's time to go to training? What are you training? Bro's doing anal. Bro's doing training. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Durban? City in South Africa? Your box you got trained to do? I believe that is a lie. Durban's right on the edge of South Africa, right on the water. It's right next to Lesotho. Lesotho? Is Lesotho its own country? Johannesburg's like right there. Grabana, Cape Town, Durban, Eswatini. What's near Durban? Fezulu Safari Park, Peter Martinsburg, Scottsboro. You can tell where the white people named a city and where the other people. I don't want to call them other people, but like, I don't, you got Durban, you got Scottsburg, you got Peters Marsburg, and then you have places like Mitawalum, and it's just like, yeah, I can tell who named that stuff. Peter Martinsburg, bro, yeah. I don't know who that is. Why would I care if he's too happy? If he ain't too happy with you. Dude, FaZe Bank was Sydney Sweeney? Nah, no way. It's Peter Marisberg. Oh, my bad. I'm not a... Okay, man. He's top MMA YouTuber. Bro, I'm gonna search him up and he's gonna have like 6 subs. I swear. Bro, who is this? Benny P? Man, he's getting 72 views on his shit, man. What are you talking about? He's the best. Anybody who results to TikTok live streams, I'm not like TikTok live streams, but like vertical live streams on YouTube Shorts, I look down upon. I look down upon them. I'm like, you caved in. You're gonna watch yourself, bro. Stop telling me that. He interviews all the Aussie UFC fighters. I don't believe any Aussie UFC fighter. Dude, did you see the Canadian guy is going on Contender Series? Are you streaming later? Yeah, probably. I'll be here for a bit. Hackle, let me watch you. Yeah, of course. Average Swede, bruh. Average Swede trying to watch and trying to bathe another man. Bro, how come you delete that message, bro? Come on. Ooh, dude, this is a good video. Let's see this.
Выходит на пик, так как он любит очень много тренироваться, его на тренировках надо останавливать. Он, допустим, поспарринговал, идет там мешок бьет, потом лапы бьет, потом пойдет штангу.
After sparring, he always goes to work on it. But hold up, let's reread this. All right, peace, brother. All right, why is this not loading?
Тренировка надо останавливать.
Hamza's never 100% on fight night, work a bag, lift weights, etc.
Идет там мешок бьет, потом лапы бьет, потом пойдет штангу покачается.
After he's one of those guys you have to tell him when it's time to stop.
Eso es muy raro.
Yo, Malcolm Wellmaker, the fan, bro, you became a member. I appreciate it. Messengers of Momentum. Yo, thank you, bro. Which one? I don't even know which one that is. But thank you, bro. You don't have to do that. Thank you, man. That's dope. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. But it's just me and you here, so dag member. Yeah, that's actually the second one in 2 days, so we're kind of on a roll here. We're kind of on a roll here. We just need one more tomorrow, and then that's one more than we had today, because that's how that works. Let me be a member too. It's like 99 cents, I think, or something. Monthly. And you really don't get anything from it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would not recommend it. Don't become a member. It's not a good idea. Because you genuinely get nothing from it. You don't get anything from it. I mean, you kind of do. It's like investing in a stock, but you're investing in a stock that's at like the lowest of lows.
Vale. Show feet.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Furkan. Just remember when you get big, bro. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. It's yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's investing into a stock that's at 20 cents right now. It's like you really can't do anything with your 20 cents. But once the stock grows, it's basically banking in potential futures. You know? So I'll remember you. Malcolm Wellmaker, Furkan, we have our boy Big Bubba. He became a member yesterday. We have Uncle Fester. He was a member before. We have Jorge. Those were all members. So I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna write this down just so I remember the OGs. I'm gonna write this down so I remember the OGs. So it's impossible to forget who are the OGs and who I need to bring along to the top. Who I need to bring along to the top. All right? Because we're bringing everybody up to the top. All right. So who we got? We got Malcolm Wellmaker. No, Malcolm. The Machine Wellmaker fan. We add you. We add Forcan to our list. We add Uncle Fester. We add Jorge. We add what's his name? Dude, I mean, dude, you guys gotta feel like I feel only I only feel wanted here. Every other YouTube stream looks down upon me because I'm fat and I'm French. Yeah. Big Bubba. Yeah. Big Bubba. He's also an OG. Yeah. But dude, I have my own Discord, man. You guys got to join the Discord. There's also a members only section, which you might be like, okay, it's a little bit weird. I wouldn't recommend looking at it. But I'll invite you to the Discord, boys. Hold up. Let's go. All right. Yo, you guys can join the Discord, bro. Looked at the members section and saw Death Sentence as the next UFC champ. Yes. That's on the that's on the the channel. That's on the channel. That's on the channel, bro. But if you guys join the Discord, I don't know if you guys have Discord, but join the Discord. There's also stuff over there. But yeah, there's literally nothing for the members only stuff. There's genuinely nothing for the members only stuff. Gone vs. Tom fight. Dude, Samar, you said this every single day. Every single day for the past 7 days. You guys have been saying this. You have to go to membership. There's some membership stuff. For sure. Alright, what was I looking at? I was looking at something. Watch me do. People don't like your French. You're not really French, though. I genuinely don't believe you're French. I don't. If you say something in French, I was watching this.
Есть монитор, где показывает его восстановление.
There's a device that shows his recovery status,
Он находится в яме.
and if he's in a slump, they'll pull him out of it.
Из ямы вытаскивают,
дают больше отдохнуть, и чтобы...
And my guru remembers his day ones. In 2 years, when you have 100k subs, see you will remember. Oh yeah, for sure. See, we'll remember. Yeah, I'll remember 100%. I'll remember every single day one I have. I've never forgotten my day ones. Even the ones that came here and left really quickly, I've never forget the day ones, bro.
Был свежий, мог выполнить.
Day ones are the most important.
Если придешь перетренированный на спарринг, ты не сможешь отработать.
Because if you don't switch up on me, I won't switch up on you. Play UFC 4, I'll do that. I'll also do something about, I'm going to probably turn this into a video. Arman says Jamayev is this, is that. That's actually a great video. I'll do that as a video today. I'll play some UFC 4. We'll talk about Jamayev. What's a good poll to get going? Maybe a... Je suis très... I am very... something... right now, member of... You're very happy to be a member... You're very happy right now to be a member of mine? Is that what that is? Je suis... Some shit like that, right? You're very lucky? I don't know. Close enough. What's a good poll to get going? What's a good poll question to ask? I'm trying to think of a good poll question. Maybe what matchup is most No. Why does Chimaev win? This is a good question. This is a good question. I got a banger question for a poll coming up. Hold up. I don't know. Maybe this is good. Dricus is 230 though. Ruffy versus Chandler next. No, it's Ruffy versus Benoit Saint Denis is confirmed next. Dricus kisses boys like you on the lips for breakfast. Okay, don't try to turn me on early morning, buddy. Don't try to turn me on early morning. Talking about Dricus kissing me? Come on. Don't go there. Dricus kisses like wins because of skills? I could see it. You are very good, sir. Bravo. I don't know what that broche. I don't know what the fuck that means. Close. Oh, you're very close. Oh, you're fucking close. Okay. We're gonna hop on some UFC 4 and we can still talk about fights. I'll try to keep it calm. Try to keep it calm today. Let's see you get flatlined in UFC 4. Man, if I can go Chimaev, I've been practicing last night. Raphael Chandler next as it per rankings possibilities. I think Chandler needs to give someone a chance outside of their rankings. I'd like to see Chandler versus an unranked guy. I think that's what they should be doing. They better not be overtrained chums out in the freaking garage. Nah, they're not. Inbop is back, bro. What's up, Inbop, bro? I missed you, man. Inbop. Yo, I've been missing you, bro. I've been dreaming about you. No Diddy. Just kidding. Full Diddy. No, kidding. Welcome back, bro. Thanks for the compliment. We're actually changing the word. We're actually, you know how like, yeah. There was this at the bank the other day, and he went out of his way to sit right next to me and go start talking to me. He looks similar to you. No, that's not, okay. Don't have to tell me that. Dricus kisses you, boys like you for breakfast, bro. Ruffy versus Benoit Saint Denis next, as per rankings or any possibilities? No, that is confirmed. It's confirmed that Ruffy versus Benoit Saint Denis is next. I forget which card it is, but that is happening for sure. MMA Joey X Dead collab would go so hard. MMA Joey collab needs to happen, dude. I would love to collab with Joey. Once he unbans me from his chat, dude, I would 100% collab with Joey, man. I think Joey is hilarious. People hate on Joey because, you know, he's like, how do I say this? Joey is like, I don't know. He's like a very opinionated person, to say the least. But I think he's hilarious because he knows, I think if you have the right people around him, he knows what to say to be funny. Do you consider the best fighter right now? Why? Who do I consider the best fighter right now and why? Chimaev. Why? Because he has the most technical skills in each individual aspect of MMA and also puts it together better than I think anybody. I mean, his boxing, I think, is some of the best in the UFC. And then you look at his grappling, it's the best in the UFC that we have ever seen. Literally, we have ever seen. The best fighter, best grappler we've ever seen. And his boxing's really good. People just love to hate, pick him apart and dissect him because that's what they do to greats. You know, they look at Michael Jordan and people you know, dissect his career and try to lower him. Who do you think Patty should get next? I think Patty versus Gaethje is a good fight to make next. Dude, Joey's funny, yeah. It's intentional rage bait, but it's kind of true. Yeah, it's rage bait. Remember how tattoos used to be cool and everybody got them? Having no tattoos is the new cool and super base? Not at all. Tattoos are still cool. What do you mean? If you think tattoos are not cool, that just means you're like a old person. Gaethje is my fave, but he would get done quickly. I don't know. I think people underrate Gaethje. I mean, you know, look at Rafael Fiziev and look what he did to Bahamondes. Like, dude, when I was watching Bahamondes versus Fiziev, I was like, dude, this is a actual Muay Thai kickboxing specialist, like going to work. And then look what Gaethje did to him. It's like I genuinely think people underestimate Gaethje's Oh my gosh. Thank you, Nbap, for the subscription, man. Okay, I'm taking this dude down, bro. I'm done. I'm done messing around. Why did you say I support India hate? I never directly said I support India hate, bro.
So he's landed a few seminal uppercuts already, DC. Got to think he goes back to it. I am almost certain.
How did he stuff that? DDP winning? DDP is not winning. I think we need to stop. You're vexed, bro.
All right, so another swing and a miss, and I'd imagine if your gas tank is this low, you got to find times to try to preserve that energy and get yourself back to a place where you can actually dole out some damage. Yeah, you got to get out in space.
I got that takedown. That was beautiful. All the best UFC fighters have no tattoos. Yeah, Volkanovski's one of the best. He's easily one of the most skilled fighters. He has tattoos. Ilia Topuria, one of the best fighters. He has tattoos. Conor McGregor, prime Conor McGregor, he has tattoos. Tom Aspinall has tattoos. John Jones has tattoos. I don't know what you're talking about. Marab has a tattoo. How did he stuff that? You're putting on Brock Lesnar? I don't know. He's a WWE fighter. I don't have an opinion on him. I know he's Canadian. He's like an honorary Canadian. He actually reps Canada more than he does the USA. So I mess with him hard. All the best fighters. Dricus will make him look average. Dricus Duplessis will not make Hamzat Chimaev look average. Do you know how hard it is to make Chimaev look average? Dude, Chimaev has never lost a fight ever. And you think Dricus is going to make him look average? Dricus has been submitted before, didn't he? Wasn't he submitted before? You're here, dickhead. Oh, yeah, I'm fucking here. Gaethje's your favorite. What did I miss? Who's he again? He said about Uncle Fester. I did not. I am remembering everybody. I literally wrote down their names. Hackle, I won't remember you because you're not a member. I'm going to remember Malcolm Wellmaker fan before I remember you, bro. You saw the title of the stream and decided to come here. I believe DDP is winning just because you hate Chimaev. Why do you hate Chimaev? What has Chimaev done that makes you hate him? And don't even try to say, oh, dude, he's a crypto scammer. If you've been scammed by crypto, you deserve to be scammed. Especially if you're like some 20-year-old dude who's been scammed by Chimaev in a crypto scheme. You deserve to be scammed. And not only do you deserve to be scammed, you deserve to be scammed twice. Stop reading the chat, lock in. You're getting your ass beat. No, I'm not. Period? You did not say period, bro. Look at this. Ready? Fake this. Go to the body. You guys ready to watch this? Ready? Go here. Look at that beautiful takedown. You prefer humble fighters? You don't think Chimaev is humble? Submissive state on the ground.
Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab, another big takedown.
How's DDP humble? Bro, yeah, I don't know how DDP is humble. Dude, this guy keeps escaping. How is he escaping? Hamzat's running a crypto scam was actually based. It was based. That's natural selection.
Straight right hand now just misses.
I literally dodged that. Literally dodged that.
Oh, straight right. Now goes in and secures.
It's a battle of guys you dislike. Why do you dislike them, bro?
Remain in the round.
What is this guy doing? Ironically, yeah.
Trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head.
Time to ban Malcolm. Hamza running a crypto. I prefer humble fighters. I like the new Chimaev much more, but I still dislike him. I couldn't care less. So you don't like him because he's not humble, but when he is humble, you still don't like him. So it's not about humble fighters. It's about being an idiot who doesn't understand. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I'm. I'm the GOAT, yeah.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Quick hit movement there. And
Guys, let's be honest. I can't tolerate non-whites being cocky. Bro, no one said that, bro.
20 seconds to go. All right, there
I'm gonna lose this fight, aren't I?
to go.
Who you got? Pereira Unk rematch? I think, dude, I'm torn between Pereira and Unk Alive. See, I really
That previous round, DC, a lot of
want.
I mean, a lot of good highlights.
I don't know who I want to win. I kind of want. I don't really want. I kind of want a double knockout. Who else is with me when they see Unk Alive versus Pereira? Do they want to see a double knockout? Just because Pereira does not deserve it. This guy is doing on yachts. He's literally become a Conor McGregor. He's a knockoff Conor McGregor doing drugs on boats, hanging with supermodels and stuff. And it's just like, you know what I mean? So it's like he doesn't deserve it, but I also don't want Uncle Live to win just because it's like it's Uncle Live. I kind of want to see him knocked out. So if a double knockout could happen, I would be extremely blessed.
Ooh, head kick lands. Hurt. Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Oh, my goodness.
Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home.
How did I not get that?
At least staying upright on that. The ankle pick
I like Conor McGregor's cocky, but can't stand Chimaev being cocky. Yeah. I only like when guys like Patty and Chandler and McGregor are cocky, but when guys like Chimaev and Islam and Uncle Live are cocky, I just can't stand it.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Well, it's not due to a lack of effort. He continues to throw, but this is like double.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. He's in trouble. He's getting lit up. He got him.
Sorry, I'm locking in.
Fight stats for you here. 57 total strikes have landed for Ilir Latifi.
Bullshit. Whatever. We continue. We went like year Latifi, and we were boxing with Tyson Fury, and we were wobbling more than him wobbled me. So it is what it is. Guys, I'll be honest, I can't tolerate. Yeah. It's funny how people are stoked to get 30-cent raise and become a member for $1. Don't think twice. It's actually so base. True. Unk by submission. I don't think he's going to submit him. I mean, he couldn't even take down Pereira. But that's the hardest part, right? You got to think about it. It's easier to submit Pereira than take him down. So once it goes to the ground, he's done. But the question lies in, can he go to the ground? Can he take him to the ground? I'm back. Did I lose anything important? No, just your dignity mostly for watching my live streams. Unk buy whatever he wants. Now, gotta go train. See you. What are you training for? He's training for, he says he's training for boxing, but he's not even. He's training for something else. I can't mention it. It's going to go exactly like Marab Sean too. I don't know. You're a Muslim fighter, Glazer. So, like, I'm a Joey. What's your body count? Like, break it into females and males? What's your body count? Like, break it into 2 females and males? Bro, I don't need to do that. Why do I need to do that? Body count females and males, bro. Why would I? Shut up. Females and males, bro. There's no males category. There's only females. 20 females, 30 males. Bro, what? That's okay. To each their own, I guess. So how are you a Muslim fighter, Glazer, when you say you have 30 male bodies, bro? If you tried to go to Dagestan, they'd probably throw you off a cliff, bro. No hate. You go 2-3 years Dagestan, you're only lasting 2-3 hours before you get thrown off a cliff, bro. I don't think Unk will sub Alex and Bap. No, I don't believe. But the question is, Unk Alive could easily sub Pereira, but I don't think he does. Just because I think he's going to have a problem getting him down. Zabit's my favorite fighter to use.
Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks. Punch over the top.
You think Yuri beats Unk Alive? No, I think Yuri... See, Unk Alive is good against guys who are unorthodox. Guys who are open, he's really good against.
Just misses there with the left.
Oh! By arm triangle.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Guy wants to play this game. What about Yuri Roundtree? I think Yuri wins. I think Roundtree's not the greatest. It's like, yeah, he beat Jamal Hill. He dropped Jamal Hill multiple times. But I think Jamal Hill is kind of... Jamal Hill's kind of done, bro. Was that me that threw a submission? That's not me, is it? That's him. You like Uncle I more, honestly? Yeah. Can't change your sexual orientation.
Back to his feet. Oh, wow. Head kick. Yeah,
Ow!
he's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Both of these guys going all out. High action fight here.
That was just thrown to end the fight.
You like Muslim fighters because their styles and their aura, but they don't have like necessarily fun styles. Uncle Live's style is not fun at all. Like, Islam's style is extremely fun because he wants to finish guys. That's like his style. Anybody's style who's like, anybody can have an entertaining style. As long as they want to finish guys, it's entertaining. You know what I mean?
With that big right hand.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Round 2 straight ahead.
Who's your favorite fighter of all time? I like Chimaev. I like Sean O'Malley. I like Jamal Hill.
See a lot of effective kicks there to the body.
Who else do I like?
And he did a great job of
All time, my favorite fighter, Paul Felder. I like Paul Felder. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. I like Zabit. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. Even Saeed Nurmagomedov. If they give him somebody who's a striker and not a grappler, then he's amazing. But they just feed him grapplers. Cody Stamen, Muin Gafrov, Bryce Mitchell. Like, they just keep feeding him freaking.
nice leg kick land.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it. It was high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Well, it didn't take him long to get a good read on his opponent. Another good series of kicks there.
He thought the kicks would be the key tonight, and they sure have been. Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body.
Doing a nice job putting it all together.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Jimmy Crute. Yeah, Jimmy Crute, dude. I think one of the most entertaining fights I've ever seen was Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield 1. That was easily one of the most entertaining fights I've ever seen. It was like watching a zombie. Gafrov is a striker, yeah, but what did he do in that? What did he do in that fight?
Oh, he might be out. All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean,
Everyone got their candles ready? What does that even?
order a combination.
Oh, for our sacrifice?
Lands it. Maybe time to get the bonus checks.
What do we need our candles for? Chimaev, Fedor, Krokop? Yeah. Dude, Fedor versus Krokop in Pride was one of the best fights to watch. Dude, that fight was a great fight to watch.
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
No way he's going for a fucking armbar, bro.
He's gonna attack armbar here.
He might get a finish here.
Not today, buddy. Prayers is not like DDP physically maxing.
Now try to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Sorry, I need to lock in for these submissions, bro. Because my controller's geeked.
That usually makes you tap.
Message redacted.
But now DC trying to isolate an arm.
Yep, he's using the Kimura.
Somehow stays in the fight. 20 seconds left.
Motherfucker.
About the speed on that reversal there. I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
And the horn sounds on.
Anyone thinks Uncle Ives getting a lot more hate than he should just because of Ali writing stupid tweets? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm so lost. Paul Felder is crazy. LOL, I expect. Dude, do you know why I like Paul Felder? Because when I was first getting into MMA, dude, I would be in my bed and I would watch regional fights. And one of the regional fights I would watch is Paul Felder. And dude, his regional fights, when he would be beating on a bunch of scrubs, was like one of the most fun thing to watch.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range. Yeah, he's mixing it all up. Oh, nice.
Ah, come on.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. Oh, the kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful kick landed by this man.
Punches blocked. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh! Oh, he might be out.
He's done. He's done. He's done. We got him.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need to
Got him. Fuck you. Who introduced you to MMA? Myself. I was watching it. Israel Adesanya, I guess. No one I know introduced me to it. What's up, Shadi? What's up, James? Hamza and DDP will happen at MSG co-main of November. What do you mean by that? I personally dislike him because he defeated one of the most fun people to watch and because he has no personality. Yeah, I'm not an Ankalaev fan. I just hated... The reason I don't like Pereira is not even because of Pereira. It's because of his fans. I think his fans are just... The moment a fighter becomes a fan favorite, like the fighter, the moment a fighter transcends to the level of like the fighter, like when, like it was Pereira was the fighter, he was the face of the UFC, and then it was Merab, now it's Ilia Topuria, it's kind of like the face of the UFC. When they transcend to being like the face of the UFC, they just get the worst fan base possible. The odds for Cannonier winning versus MVP by sub are the same as him winning by knockout. Crazy. What? Cannonier winning by sub is the same as Cannonier winning? Dude, that's insane. Cannonier's probably going to knock out, what's his name? Probably going to knock out MVP. I think MVP is a little bit overrated, and I think... Dude, Cannonier just gets way too disrespected every single fight he's in. Cannonier is easily one of the most disrespected and slept on fighters in the middleweight division, and he's kind of been proving that he's nasty. He's one of the better strikers in the division. You don't mind those reasons at all? Yeah. Do you use those old commentary, or do you have to sit in the studio and do this for days on end? Do they use old commentary, or do they sit in the studio? I don't know. I think they sit in the studio. Most entertaining fighter to watch in your opinion? Entertaining, probably Chimaev for pure entertainment. But in the Usman fight, I was a little bit disappointed after the first round.
Well, you saw us reference it in the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab.
big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
Man, he's timing his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady out there. He hasn't missed the target.
I mean,
wow! Oh, big left hook there.
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, straight right.
But I think Islam's super entertaining to watch. A lot of these underrated guys are really entertaining to watch. Like Joshua Van is also entertaining, but I hate saying Joshua Van's like a really fun fighter to watch.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. Oh, tagged him with that right hand. What a strike that was.
What the fuck was that? Oh, this guy's literally in the Matrix, bro.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here. Blocks the shot. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing.
So just over 20 total strikes and counting have landed for Zabit Magomed Sharipov. All right, so he continues to use his jab effectively here, DC. He gets that hand to the target pretty quickly.
I mean, just right away, blasting the jab after jab after jab. He's a phenomenal boxer with a vast understanding of fighting behind an educated jab.
Surprised how quickly the Pereira hype died after Uncle Iva went to someone spamming Shaman comment sections. Yeah, exactly, right? Once you become the face, you know what they say? It's like the bigger you are, the harder you fall. So Pereira became like the biggest guy in the UFC. Everybody was talking about him. You even had people who didn't know much about the UFC. They were talking Alex Pereira. They were saying Shama. Right? And then, you know, he fell.
Blocks the strike. Hard shots landing on both sides here. Keep your hands up. Use your footwork now. It's okay. Try to establish that jab.
How did he know? How did he know?
15 seconds remain in the round. How about those 5 minutes?
Your first card was Liddell versus Rampage? Damn. What does Believe You Me podcast mean? I don't know. You're mad my first UFC card was 306. You missed Prime Usman, Prime Izzy, basically everybody's prime. 306 was your first card? You missed a lot of people's prime, for sure. Hamza wins on paper, but DDP can't read. Dude, that is the cringiest statement I've ever seen. That is the stupidest thing. Surprised how quickly Pereira hype died? Yeah.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Oh my gosh, dude.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent.
Dude, I'm so chinny.
Now look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
Fighters back to their feet here. All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done. He's got a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shots that he landed. Great job. That
Ooh,
knee.
big
That
knee.
knee hurt him.
Knee to the body. Oh, so the taller fighter lands a knee yet again. Both guys appeared to land there.
That was my body hair, bro.
Unbelievable. That shot landed perfectly, and now he's got his opponent hurt. He got him bad.
All right, stacking him up here, keeping the pressure on. I know you guys do a lot of this training with your jiu-jitsu coach there in San Jose.
Oh, absolutely, but it's a difference. If your feet are on our hips, it's a problem. So we shove them through the middle. We shove them through the middle so that our legs can be what controls your...
Jesus, I just got destroyed. No, I'm saying Hamza versus DDP would get canceled, rescheduled. No, it's not gonna get canceled, bro. It's gonna happen. You love Cannon here, but this is a horrible matchup. How is MVP a horrible matchup? MVP is so chinny, and he's skinny, and he's old. It's either Chandler, Gaethje, IMO, bro. They're so fun to watch. Yeah, but Chandler against Charles Oliveira was not fun. Gaethje's pretty fun to watch. But against Max Holloway, he was very point fighty. He didn't really go out there. I would say like old Gaethje for sure. Azmat Mirzakhanov is very entertaining. Azmat Mirzakhanov is very entertaining. He is very entertaining, for sure. Dominican Republic is the Dagestan of the UFC. All the fighters come from a small little poor country. I don't know about Dominican Republic. You don't pay attention to the chat? Yeah, DDP can't... Alright, I'll stop for a sec. I'll catch up with chat. DDP can't wrestle, can't strike, can't beat Chimaev? No way. No, DDP cannot do any... No, DDP is a good striker. That's what DDP is, though. He's a good striker with good jiu-jitsu. But that's not going to be able to get you to beat Chimaev. It's not true. I did, and it's so sad. I'm rewatching all the fights because those guys, and I'm like, damn, why wasn't I a fan back then? Dude, you know who to rewatch? Rewatch Gilbert Burns versus Chimaev. Rewatch Jamal Hill versus Glover Teixeira. Rewatch Demetrius Johnson versus Henry Cejudo. If you want to look at a skill perspective, Demetrius Johnson versus Henry Cejudo was probably the most skill I've seen in a fight ever. Volkanovski versus Islam 1. That's another fight where there's just overwhelming amount of skill. These fans today are quick to jump on hype trains. I remember when Conor lost to Diaz and no one jumped ship like they do now. Everybody jumped ship, bro. But that's like the TikTok. That's basically TikTok. The announcer should read ads to make it more realistic. Yeah, Joe Rogan should talk about like bullshit to make it more realistic. People forget they gotta add that if it wanted to be realistic. If Ilya loses to Arman, watch how fast his hype dies, dude. If Ilya loses to Arman, that's why Ilya doesn't want to fight Arman, because he knows that if he loses to Arman, it could be a close fight where Arman like wins. It doesn't matter if it's a close fight. It doesn't matter if it's a one-sided beating, dude. If Ilya loses to Arman, he's gonna get sent to like this guy. It's always, this is how it always happens. It's always this guy's the stage one is this guy's not good. He doesn't beat any of the top fighters. Then it goes to, okay, this guy gives a champion some challenges. Then it goes to, this guy's the best fighter to ever exist. And then it goes to, this guy's boring. And then it goes to, okay, this guy, we got to start having that conversation that he was never good. That's how it usually ends up. We got to have a conversation about how Alex Pereira was never good. And then the final stage of a UFC fighter's career is, yeah, that win basically doesn't count. People start retroactively going back on his resume and saying, yeah, this does not count. This win does not count. We got to start having the conversation. He was never that good. Yeah, that win over the Adesanya's win over Pereira was never that good. Yeah, Alex Pereira's, that does not count. Bro, if DDP can survive the first round, he wins. Hamzat has a horrible gas tank. Hamzat has a horrible gas tank, although he won the third round against Kamaru Usman, who has been accused of being on EPO because his cardio is so good. Yeah, Hamzat has a horrible gas tank, even though he had the best round against Burns in the third round, where he was the most technical, most crisp, and probably some of the best technical boxing you've ever seen in the UFC was in the third round, yet his gas tank is horrible. Bro, what? You're fighting a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and losing, yeah. Stop playing UFC? Yeah, stop. I'm a hardcore fan and you're gay. Okay. That makes 4 of us. I saw those fights, you listen, and I love them all. Yeah. Those are good fights. But I don't think it beats, dude, watching a fight live, I can never get the feeling of watching Gilbert Burns versus Chimaev like I had when I was watching it live. Like, that is a whole different feeling. When you're watching I feel like we really haven't had a real, like, champion level fight where it's like, it's that level of excitement. That I think the last like huge fight we saw was probably Topuria versus Holloway. It was the last like extremely hype, nerve-wracking fight we've ever seen. Where I was kind of like, okay, this is the real deal. Every other title fight since 308, I've kind of been like, I'm not insanely into. You know what I mean? Like Volk versus Islam, I was like, okay, that's dope. You know what I mean? Sean O'Malley, Piotr Jan, Sean O'Malley, Aljamain Sterling. Ever since 308, I'm kind of just been like, 309, Jones versus Stipe, I was like, 310. What was 310? That was Pantoja versus Kasakura. I was like, 311. 311. Islam Moicano, I was like, 312, Strickland DDP2, I was like, 313 was Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev. I was like, I wasn't too excited about that. 314 was Volk versus Diego Lopez. I was like, Volk, I'm not too hyped on Volk right now. 315, what was 315? JDM Bilal, I was like, 316, Sean O'Malley Marab 2, I was like, 317, Ilya versus Charles, I was like, Like every single one of those fights, it was kind of like there was a contingency around it almost, you know? It's like, you know, Ilya, Charles Oliveira. It's like Charles Oliveira was not the best guy in the division. You know, you go through every one of those fights and it's like there was always something attached to it. There was always an asterisk attached. Paulo Costa versus Strickland, if you want nonstop action, yeah, do not listen to that guy. Arman's one of your favorite fighters, yeah. The fans that just say their fighter's washed, yeah. I don't understand the hate on Izzy and O'Malley. Well, the hate on Izzy and O'Malley, the hate on Izzy is because if you look at his title reign, for two reasons. You look at his title reign, it was pretty lackluster. If you watch the Marvin Vettori versus Izzy, it was a little bit of a slow fight. Cannonier versus Izzy was an extremely slow fight. Izzy versus Yoel Romero, extremely slow fight. Izzy Jan Blachowicz, extremely slow fight. And you know, Izzy also did stroke his dog's penis, which, you know, isn't a good look, and he recorded it, which is a pretty bad look. So that's why people hate on Izzy, but Sean O'Malley hate, I don't understand. I think it's just because they don't like what he represents, because Sean O'Malley kind of represents the new age of fighter. You know, somebody who is a lot of talking, tattoos, very flamboyant, very, very out there in terms of personality-wise, and he represents the future generation of fighter, and people don't like the future generation of fighter because people like to, you know, hang on to the past. It's just human nature, right? So I'm happy you accept me, that even though I'm gay and French. But those two go hand in hand, right? Gay and French are kind of... In fact, watching live is the best way. It's the only way. Watching live is like you're addicted. Will you ever switch up on Hamzat if he starts losing? Bro, I'm still a Jamal Hill fan. If that tells you anything, that means I'm never switching up on my day ones. Ever since I watched Jamal Hill versus Glover Teixeira, I've been a fan, and I'll never not be a fan. Chimaev Burns live was nuts, dude. I was bricked watching Chimaev Burns. I'm not even lying. I was bricked watching Chimaev Burns. I've never felt a feeling like Chimaev Burns in my life, and I don't know if I ever will. Every time Chimaev fights, it's like I don't know. It's like an event to me. It's like something's huge is coming. Okay, if DDP can survive the first round, how will Hamzat win? Explain, please. If DDP survives the first round. Okay, DDP survives the first round. Round 2, Chimaev does enough on the feet, doesn't get clipped, takes him down for probably 2 minutes of the round, and then he either gets him out of there in the second round or he continues on to the third round. You think Chimaev's cardio is an issue, but it's not an issue. Chimaev's cardio is just as good as Dricus' cardio. Look at Dricus' fight versus Adesanya in the third it was either the third or fourth round. Mark Goddard had to tell him to stand up because Dricus was gassed. Dricus was covered up on the cage, and the only reason Dricus beat Adesanya isn't because he outlasted Adesanya, isn't because his cardio was better than Adesanya's. It was because he had more of the technical skill on the ground, and once he got Adesanya down, he was able to out-technical him in the jiu-jitsu and submit him, but he's not going to be able to do that against Chimaev. It's just a different feeling when you're wake up at 2 a.m., go watch UFC with your grandpa instead of just watching fights back. Oh, yeah, it's an event when you're watching fights live. The roller coaster of emotions after Chimaev dropped Burns in the first, then got dropped in the second, then almost finished Burns in the third. Yeah, dude. And it wasn't, when I was watching Chimaev versus Burns, I wasn't even like, I was so into the fight. I wasn't even rooting for Chimaev in terms of like, oh, I hope he wins. Oh, I hope this happens. I was just watching the fight and being in awe of the fight. I was just like, this fight is the best fight I've ever watched in my life. I wasn't even like, let's go Chimaev. I was like, holy shit, there's no fight that can get better than this. John Silva versus Diego Lopez, UFC Noche, I'm hyped. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. JDM Bilal was hyped. Were you hyped for JDM versus Bilal? Because JDM was never the true number one contender. JDM was never the undeniable number one contender. Shavkat was. And until we saw JDM beat Shavkat, he was never going to be the undisputed number one contender. And Bilal always felt like a placeholder champion. He never felt like a guy who was going to be long-standing champion. He felt like he was just going to be a champion for here and leave tomorrow. The first half of the year sucked so bad at main cards. Dude, yeah, I think the worst pay-per-view card in modern UFC history was UFC 312. That was because who did we have? We had Talishan Teixeira versus Junior. Was it Junior Tafa or Justin Tafa? One of the Tafa brothers, I think, was on that card. And it was just like, bro. And you had like women on the main card and literally a bunch of unranked nobodies on the card. It's pretty bad. Is he had a boring style? Yeah, he had a boring style. Boo Busy versus DDP. Who wins? DDP probably. Bald Hamzat is back. Dricus is cooked. He's been cooked. Didn't matter what type of Hamzat was there. If any Hamzat showed up, Dricus is cooked. How does Hamzat have so much aura? It's actually insane. Dude, Hamzat, it's crazy because Hamzat looks like, he looks the part. He has, his lip has a cut in it. He has the beard. He has like the hazel eyes. He just has the look of being a insane person, like an axe murderer. Hamzat has more cardio, muscles use oxygen. Yeah. My top 3 fighters, Izzy, Yuri, and O'Malley. Really? Top 3 fighters. Okay. How do you see JDM Islam going? I say Islam by 4th round, Dars. I think I'm leaning towards Islam right now, just being a little bit quicker and faster. And I think Islam is going to be able to land some shots on JDM. But JDM, I think, is going to start to pick up some pace as the rounds progress. But I think Islam decision. I think JDM's going to start picking up in the 4th and the 5th, but it's going to be too late. But I think Islam is really good. Really, really. I think he's one of the most skilled fighters the UFC has ever seen is Islam. He's really good. Like, I see Islam doing well. I see Islam getting the first couple of takedowns stuffed in the first round and people being like, okay, we have an interesting fight on our hands. And then in the second round, I see Islam doing some good on the feet and then taking down JDM. And then the second and third, JDM looks like he's gassed. And then in the 4th, Islam's starting to do well. And then JDM lands something big. And then in the 5th, JDM's gaining some momentum, right, for the first couple of minutes. And then Islam starts winning in the last couple of minutes in the 5th and wins by decision. Nah, bro, if this guy goes 6 rounds, DDP wins. Yeah, for sure. DDP lives in the same altitude as Denver in the US. He trains there too. Chicago's basically sea level, so cardio for Dricus won't be an issue. Yeah, but if you understand how it works, training at elevation only helps you fight at elevation. It doesn't help you fight at ground level. You know what I mean? True or false? 6-month prep, Habib can come back and beat JDM. Nope, that's false. JDM was the dark horse that everybody said was going to get hugged and ended up smothering Bilal's big nose with nasty stand-up all night. Yeah, but I think you're wrong. If you compare Bilal to Islam, I think you're wrong. Bilal might have more technical and volume boxing, but in terms of speed, accuracy, and overall technician ability, Islam cooks Bilal. And I think Bilal would probably agree with that too. It's funny, I got into MMA because of Tate, because I watched him talking about Conor Habib in some clip, watched that fight, and then just became a fan. Really? Because of Andrew Tate, you became a fan of MMA. That's false. Train at elevation will help your cardio if the fight isn't at elevation. Not really, no. Not really. That's like one of the biggest myths about training at elevation is that it will help your cardio in fights. It's like, not necessarily. You know, you look at fighters who train at elevation. It's like Justin Gaethje. It's like, yeah, his cardio is good, but Max had better cardio. You look at Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman trains at elevation nonstop. He didn't have the cardio to go 3 hard rounds with Chimaev. Do you think Merab's on EPO? Nah. Merab on EPO? That's a tough question. I don't know. This dick again, crypto cockroach sucker. Just say you got scammed. Bro, if you got scammed by Chimaev in a crypto scheme, you deserve to get scammed. You deserve to get scammed. You should never be falling. If you have enough money to have a crypto account, if you're old enough to have a crypto account and you got scammed, that's crypto, buddy. You should have known better. Have you heard the rumor if Hamza wins, he will immediately retire? I can assure you that won't happen. Prepare to get amazed by the real African king. Okay. I'm not gonna prepare. Dag lost everything to SmashCoin. No, I did not. I did not. I was the guy who set up SmashCoin. It was actually me who did that. That's like saying swimming won't help your cardio if you're a runner. That's a completely trash comparison to what I was saying. DDP all the way from South Africa. Google translate this. Hey buddy, hey Google, hey, you don't need to Google translate this. Yoma Sopus. Huh? Yoma Sopus, bro. Yeah, come down to Pretoria, bro. Come down to Pretoria. Yeah. Jemai spent his Whitaker camp at 6,000 and most of his training at the year 4,000. Who cares? DDP training at elevation. Yeah, people forget Jemai's training in the mountains of Russia. Like, what? When I started becoming a fan of MMA, I started liking the guys that lost. My first card was 206. It became Sean Amavov versus Izzy. Okay. That's a good way. Alright, let's go Afrikaans to English. In which round would Chimaev win? The first. Alright, let's translate this. He's gonna be fucked hard. I agree, this guy's a pussy. He will be fucked hard here. Hey guys, ready? Hold up.
DDP laat sy afrigter sy gat lek. DDP gaan deur Gemaev aangeraak word.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you guys say about that, huh? Why does it sound like Grasso?
DDP hou van mans.
Yeah. Talk to me now, huh? Two of us can speak Afrikaans, bro. Two of us can speak Afrikaans, okay? I'm a guy with a computer. I can speak the same language as you, man. Someone's gonna Adesanya Max against JDM instead of boxing? Nah, I doubt it. Nobody said anything about fucking bro, chill out. Do you make videos too? Because, yeah, I guess I found my second favorite MMA YouTubers. Yeah, I do. I make a bunch of videos. South Africans has many... Dude, you can't just rearrange the words and pretend like it's Afrikaans. Where's Hackle at? I don't know, bro. This guy, this dad guy, he's going to cry after the fight? No way. No way. No way, brother. Hold up. South Af. Yeah. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Oops. Y'all didn't hear that. That was awkward. I meant to say this.
Suid-Afrikaners, kry julle sneeustoekies gereed.
Yeah.
Want julle gaan oor 11
Ja.
dae huil.
Yeah.
Sterkte aan DDP ondersteuners, julle gaan dit nodig hê.
Yeah. You guys are gonna need it. Hey, you guys are gonna need some. You guys are gonna need it, bro. Dude, I love how in Afrikaans, I love how when people talk in Afrikaans, there's like a couple words you can make out. Like the Mike said, haha. He said a sentence, he's like, and then he said at the end, he said, fucking idiot. Like it's just like a misspoken word of English at the end, bro. If you ever come to South Africa, best vacation place is the Cape Flats. I'll come down there. DDP ain't losing to a wrestler. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, bro. He's gonna get destroyed. Deg, remember you rating what MMA fighters you would let peg you? Yeah, I did. Ikram Aliskarov will be champion? Alright, bro. I'll team up with the DDP fans and say that is never gonna happen. We can all agree that Ikram Aliskarov will never be champ. Bro got knocked out by Robert Whittaker. RDR would smoke Hamzat Chimaev, right? No. RDR would get smoked by Chimaev. Like, we would genuinely smoke that RDR pack. Joe Pfeiffer chins a bus? I believe so, for sure. You sleep on RDR, though? He's a beast? I was sleeping on RDR, but now, no. How can he lose to someone with one good takedown and one round cardio? What are you talking about, bro? He doesn't have one good takedown. He can take down Dricus however, whenever he wants. And one round cardio, he's won the third round against Usman. He won the third round against Burns. What are you talking about? One round cardio. He is just as good as cardio as Dricus. What are you talking about? Rank the champs, bro? Maybe. Why would you support a guy that dislikes your bloodline? What do you mean he dislikes my bloodline? Doesn't dislike my bloodline? Yuri wins, bro. Oh, what are they talking about? Oh, Prime Izzy versus Yuri from the Jamal fight. Who wins? Oh, that's a good fight. That's a good potential matchup. I don't know. That's a really close fight. Yuri, how do I think that plays out? I think Adesanya would win. Yuri's biggest weakness is leg kicks. Google. Bro, who's this South African? You guys think every South African is good? Just look at Cameron Simon, bro. Bro, who is this guy? He does not beat John Jones, a rugby player? Bro, stop it. Dude, how is a South African rugby player supposed to beat John Jones when they can't even beat Australia? They can't even beat the Australian rugby team. That Usman fight was a draw? Check your eyes, kid. Corey Sandhagen versus Arnold Allen at 145. Who wins? Corey. Why haven't they announced the Aspinall fight? They did announce the Aspinall fight. Aspinall's fighting Gone, UFC 320 or 321 or something in Abu Dhabi, right? No? Yeah, in Abu Dhabi. I think Yuri takes it, but that's because I'm biased since you're from Czechia, and I'm glad Chad agrees, though. I think it's a close fight. Oh, you missed it. Yeah, bro. They announced a lot of fights. Did you miss the entire announcements? Aspinall versus Gone, Alex versus Uncle Live 2, Marab versus Corey. Dude, they announced a bunch of fights. Like last week. Don't be a Cameron Simon is good, kid. Cameron Simon's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's about to get cut if he's not already cut. Are you planning to attend 319? I don't have the money, bro. Did they announce Tom fights? Yeah. People don't realize Usman would give Dricus a hard fight as well. 100%. Kamaru Usman is a harder fight for Chimaev than Dricus stylistically. 100%. Cameron Simon loses to every single fighter on the roster, including the women? No. I don't think so. My boy Dag is UFC BJJ signed you to fight Hasbullah Chizuyu is. What? I would definitely roll with Hasbullah. I think Hasbullah is real life Chucky for sure. But yeah. You got drunk reading that? Yeah, I got drunk reading that too, bro. My boy Dag is trash. UFC BJJ signed you to fight Hasbullah. Yeah. I don't know. Hey guys. Hey guys, ready?
Wat zal je doen wanneer Dricus verloor en Gemaef die Afrika koning word? Wat zal je doen wanneer Dricus verloor en Gemaef die Afrika koning word?
What happens? Yo, Dag, you from Israel? Yeah, I'm from Tel Aviv, bro. Hezbollah's Samba world champion? He's not. I would mess Hezbollah up. I would spin Hezbollah's block 2 times. How's my only chance to win is if he can grapple early in round 1 and submit him. After second round, DDP would be too sweaty. No Diddy? Not true at all. Chimaev has just as good cardio as DDP. What are you talking about? And if you... Dude, Chimaev took down Kamaru Usman in rounds 2 and 3 when he was sweaty. What are you talking about? Haha, this guy's going to end it all after the fight. He has no idea. Hey, what's going to happen? Hey, what's going to happen when Chimaev becomes the honorary king of Africa? Chimaev's going to become the king of Africa because he beats Dricus. TTS sounds like ED Kid and Clad roasting me. Probably. Alright, we're playing a game. You dyed my hair like Sean the day after 306. It was my favorite look. Really? What, pink? 306? It was pink hair. It's rough. People say Hamza couldn't finish Burns or Usman. Anyone can say Dricus couldn't finish Brad Tavares, who's a bum compared to Usman and Burns. True. True. 100%. 100%. That's a good rebuttal. Thank you. Who's Chimaev finished in the past? Who has Chimaev finished past the first round? His debut. He made his debut. He finished him in the second round. Name an elite grappler. John Phillips, yeah, the guy who made his debut against. Name a high level grappler Dricus du Plessis has fought and beat. Name a high level grappler, and don't even try to say Brunson, who's not in the UFC, who's literally fighting a bunch of YouTubers in boxing, bro. Robert Whittaker is not a grappler. This guy's a literal striker. He's a karate guy. Okay, well that's bullshit. Grappler, bro. Name a grappler. A grappler that DDP has beat. Darren Till is not a grappler. He's a kickboxer. Hamza Chimaev. They have not fought yet. Pink, green, and blue? Really? That's an interesting look, bro. I don't care who will win the fight. I want to know who will win the press conference, Chimaev or the Dutchman. Bro, if Dricus du Plessis tries to come at Uch Chechnyans, dude, he's going to have Kadyrov on his ass. He knows that, right? Dricus du Plessis is not safe if he tries to go after us Chechnyans. In the UFC game, does Hamza have a hump button? I'm going to laugh because that means you'll support a champ that will never defend his title and stall the division. The joke is on you, bro. Stop it. You know Hamza Chimaev has the quickest turnaround in UFC history? Do you know that Hamza Chimaev is the quickest turnaround in UFC history? Did you know that Dricus du Plessis only has 1 fight more than Chimaev in the same amount of time as Chimaev? Did you know that? In the UFC? Let's go, Dricus Tapology. Okay, so Dricus has had, what? Since 2022, Dricus has had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 since 2022. How many fights has Chimaev had since 2022? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fucked up. Let's go back. How many fights? Since 2021, he's had what? 1. How many canceled fights has Dricus du Plessis been in, dude? Holy crap. Pie to your face? I'll do a pie to my face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since 2021, Dricus du Plessis has had 2 more fights than Chimaev, bro. Since 2021, Dricus has had 2 more fights than Chimaev. That's not a huge big deal, bro. Dude, how many canceled fights has Dricus du Plessis? Dude, how many canceled fights has Dricus had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 canceled fights for Dricus du Plessis. How many has Chimaev had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dricus du Plessis has had 4 more canceled fights than Hamzat. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Ferguson or Salt Poppy? Probably Salt Poppy. It's not his fault he didn't fight an elite grappler. Okay, and it's not Chimaev's fault, bro. Funny, came in the stream just to hate, became a fan instead. There you go. Did you buy your pie for DDP? No, I haven't bought my pie yet. I'm gonna buy that next week. I'm gonna buy the pie. No, but what I'm probably gonna do, I'll get the pie ready. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm gonna buy the pie. Just in case DDP wins, but he's not gonna win. I don't even need to buy a pie. 12 canceled fights. Climb up the things you're smoking. Climb off the things I'm smoking. Okay. Do I need to prove it to you? Okay, let's. I don't know if they teach simple counting in South Africa, but they must not teach simple math in South Africa, because I don't think you know how to count. Let's pull this up, boys. I'll teach you guys how to count. Okay. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12 canceled bouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll accept an apology if it's within the next 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds for an apology, and I'll accept it. If it's anything past 10 seconds, I'm not going to expect it. DDP and MVP at the press conference is going to be a hard watch. Ooh, dude, DDP should go after MVP because low-key, he deserves it. I'm not going to say this guy's an addict that doesn't know how to stop, completely losing your mind. Give context behind the fights. He didn't cancel the fights. You said he didn't have 12 canceled fights. I told you he had 12 canceled fights, and you said no. I said, okay, here you go. I proved it to you. I'm just saying he had 12 canceled fights, and you said no. Why are you streaming so early? I don't know. What's up, Alma? Do you know Hamza pulls out more than a father with 20 kids? He is what? How many pull-ups does Chimaev even have? How many? He has 2. Chimaev has what? 3? No, 1, 2, 3 pullouts. Chimaev has 3 pullouts. How many does Dricus have? Okay, Gaslam pulled out of that one. Dricus du Plessis got rebooked, so he got pulled out of that one. Chris Curtis withdrew. Andre Meniz, DDP withdrew, so that's 2 for Chimaev. Trevin Giles, that's 3 for DDP. Dricus not medically cleared to compete at welterweight. Okay, so he missed weight. Okay, let's pull this up, guys. Let's go through this. Let's go through this. Okay. Let's look at Chimaev's canceled bouts and let's look at Dricus' canceled bouts, okay? Okay. Bout canceled prior to event. Event canceled due to coronavirus. Edwards tested positive. Chimaev recovering. So that's 1. Chimaev withdrew. That's 2. This one, Nate Diaz pulled out because the weight missed. This one, Paulo Costa pulled out. We can even look at this. Costa elbow infection. And then that's 3. Okay, so Chimaev has pulled out 3 times. Chimaev has pulled out 3 times. Let's see how many times Dricus du Plessis has pulled out. Passport issues for this guy. Felipe injury. Okay, that's fair. Bout canceled. Okay, so he's still at 0. Bout canceled. Reason unknown. Okay, that's interesting. Du Plessis not medically cleared. Okay, so that means he can't make weight. He pulled out. Trevin Giles, Duplessis withdrew, so that's 2. That's 3. Duplessis withdrew. Curtis withdrew. That's not his. Duplessis rebooked. Okay, that's 4. Kelvin Gastelum injury. So that's 4 pullouts for Duplessis. That's 4 pullouts for Duplessis. 3 for Chimaev. People talk about Chimaev. Oh, I don't know if he's gonna make it. What about Dricus Duplessis? Is he gonna make it? He was not medically he was not medically cleared to fight at welterweight. In what world do you see 12 canceled fights? In what world? What do you mean in what world? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What do you want me to... What are you talking about? How's your day? It was pretty good. Put your shirt in, princess, before you get another flu. Are you black, trans, homosexual? Nope. Glad to see someone not biased. Who is us, twin? Us is the people who know the fucking sport, pussy. It's 4 pullouts. It's just 4 pullouts. It's 1 more. Yeah, I know, but people talk about Chimaev pulling out as if like he's known for pulling out. DDP has pulled out of more fights than Chimaev. Will Hamzat make weight? I don't know. Will DDP make weight? Will DDP make weight? Is DDP gonna make weight? I mean, he was once medically not cleared to fight at welterweight. That was the same weight Chimaev missed weight at. But Dricus wasn't even medically cleared. Was that a missed weight issue, or is that, I don't know, drugs? Was he testing positive? Is that what they do in South Africa? Is that what they cheat in South Africa? DDP always makes weight. Okay, why was he not medically cleared? Why was he not medically cleared? Was it because he didn't make weight, or was it because of steroids? Pick one. Nobody said anything but weight, bro. Chill out. I mean, DDP, bro, come to Pretoria. You're going to get eaten by Ipu. If you come to Pretoria, you're gonna get eaten by Ipu, bro. Yeah, you're gonna get eaten by Ipu if you come down to Pretoria. We got lions, bro. We got lions. They're going to eat you alive. Agreed. Give context. How much died in one of those pullouts? Yeah. I mean, I want DDP to win, but this guy just pulled out straight facts. DDP canceled more. Yeah. If this fight falls off, UFC's cooked. It's not gonna fall off. Well, DDP fought at welterweight. Yeah, DDP used to be a welterweight. He injured his foot casual. Yeah, injured his foot. All right. Tell me. How's your day? Good. My day hasn't started, really. Gonna get eaten by Ipu. Bro, you're gonna get eaten by Ipu, bro. Yo. Don't even know how we get down in Pretoria. You know, come down to Cape Town, bro. You don't know how we move. Johannesburg. You know we got the real Ipus in Johannesburg, bro. Yeah. He's not made for a mad sport. You're mad. You don't know what we know. Dude, that is this... Dude. They do not know what we know. That means they do not know what we know. He's a pussy like his followers, dude. Triggering South Africans. South Africa has been triggered. Dude, the most famous South African is Elon Musk, bro. Psh, come on. That's the most famous South African, bro. Dog, DDP is going to chin Hamzat? No, he's not. DDP is going to get chinned by Hamzat. That's what you meant to say. I'll... Nairobi Fight Nights? Interesting. Did you call him a casual? Someone tried telling me that Dricus was never welterweight and he had 6 welterweight fights. Yeah. Hamzat is a quitter deep down. Look at the Usman fight. Oh yeah, who's lost a fight before? Didn't Dricus lose? Didn't this guy literally get TKO'd? Didn't he literally get TKO'd to punches? Didn't he genuinely quit in the 3rd round? Talk about quitters. Dricus literally quit in KSW, bro. Nelson Mandela Musk? Yeah, probably that's true. I'm wondering how the press conference will go. I think the pre-fight press conference is going to be fairly boring because I think Dana's probably going to tell DDP to chill because he cares for DDP's health. He doesn't want to see DDP die. You know what I mean? DDP the type of guy to shoot at Hamza in the first though. Yeah, if DDP shoots, on Hamza, it's going to be the quickest submission you've ever seen. Calling someone a casual as an insult is cringe. Yeah, it's pretty cringe. It should have though, yeah. Who cares about the past? Who cares about the past? I don't know. Who cares about the past? But you're the guy who's saying look to the past for, you literally just said look to the past for Kamaru Usman versus Chimaev. What are you talking about? You said look to the past, look at Chimaev versus Usman, round 3, he quits. Look to the past. And then I say look to the past and you say, bro, who even looks at the past? What is that? Hamza quits before every second fight. Hey, it's time for a bet. You need to wear African clothes once DDP wins. You love the King of Africa. I'll go through a South African humiliation ritual if DDP wins. Okay, so the first step is, okay, if DDP wins, if DDP wins, I'll pie my face. If DDP wins, I'll buy South African clothes and I'll learn the South African language for a week. Those are the two things I'll do. I'll do a South African humiliation ritual. If DDP wins, I'll take the Chimaev shirt and I'll do something to it. That's a deal. Dricus will probably win, but it's really funny seeing South Africa. Dricus will probably win. He's not going to probably win. Stop buying viewers, yeah. If Dricus went to war the way Burns versus Hamza happened, guarantee he would have been slept again. 100%. Dricus would not be able to go to war with Chimaev. He's not built for war. Dricus is not built for war. Dricus is built for being goofy and throwing on, like, the moment it goes to past the first, Dricus du Plessis just starts throwing stuff. He just starts throwing shots. He doesn't even know what he's throwing. And it's so predictable. When you fight a guy who has the level of boxing of Chimaev and isn't worried about the takedown threat like Sean Strickland was, it's game over. If DDP wins, you gotta do a gooch reveal. Yeah, I'd rather not. Dag, what was your? DDP, after he got his nose fixed, is a new fighter. Not true at all. Dag has that. Bro, who the fuck is that? Why is wearing their clothes a humiliation ritual? You're racist. Shut up. DDP, if DDP wins, wear Springsbrooks jersey. Alright, I'll wear a Springsbrook jersey. A rugby jersey, I'll get it for sure. I'd buy it. DDP lost the 5th against Strickland via king mentality. Bro, yo, DDP lost the 5th round against Strickland because he's just too cardio. He's too much cardio, bro. Yeah. When Dricus knocks out Chimaev, bro, we're going to celebrate by kissing our coach. Bro, when Dricus wins against Chimaev, us South Africans, we celebrate by kissing our coach. Yeah. Predict something DDP doesn't even know. Prediction something DDP doesn't even know? What does that mean? Even Dricus admits he doesn't know what he's doing? Yeah, exactly, bro. You're built for your bedroom chair. Nice. Dag, what's your best Halloween costume in life? I don't know. My best Halloween costume? I don't know. I wasn't impressed by Dricus Sean too. He seems to be getting even worse. Yeah, dude. Darren's bringing up some... Dude, Darren's literally the most smartest guy here. The most smartest guy here. Nobody talks about Dricus versus Sean too. People have completely wiped that fight from their memory. Do you know why? Because it was a boring fight. Dricus tried to be technical against Sean Strickland, who's compromised with staph infection and looked the worst he's ever looked. Dricus is battling two ideas. It's either he's the most aggressive, wonky fighter and gasses out and becomes super untechnical and just has to grit down, or he goes technical, has a boring fight, and looks worse than he usually looks. Play some UFC 4, maybe. Y'all arguing with Dag about DDP winning. Y'all do not see the shirt in the background. I rewatched Strickland and Dricus 2. It wasn't really as dominant as most people play. Yeah, it was a boring fight. It was a boring fight. If you don't know what you're doing, your enemy doesn't know either. Yeah, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you don't know what you're doing, your enemy doesn't either. Okay, that's how you get shinned in round 1, bro. Lots of people defending DDP just because of nationalities. True, dude. True. The only reason South Africans like DDP, if DDP was from Russia, these guys would say he's terrible. If Chimaev was from South Africa and Dricus was from Russia, people would say Dricus is terrible. Chimaev's going to beat him in round 1. But it's just because he's South African, people from South Africa like him. If Chimaev was from South Africa, I would still say Chimaev's going to beat DDP. If Chimaev was from America, Mexico, Russia, Brazil, Arabia, anywhere, Israel, anywhere, I would say Chimaev's going to beat Dricus. But if Dricus was in anywhere else other than South Africa, people would say he's going to lose. It was dominant by DDP. Shut up. You're right. Please glaze that performance so much, but Sean didn't even show up and DDP still didn't look great. True. Wait, I've never actually seen it. Did DDP genuine catch his coach on the lips, or is that a meme? No, it's real. It's real. I'll pull it up. And it's not only has DDP kissed his coach. Look at this. Look at this. Pay attention right here, boys. Pay attention right here. Boom. Y'all care to explain this? Y'all care to explain this? Whose hand is that? Why is it there? South Africans, what do you wanna? How can you explain this? Is this your guy? This is your guy? This is your guy. We got Diddy as a coach. If Diddy was a coach. It's like Italians kissing on the cheek, but the straight kiss on the lips. Yeah. And it's not like it's not like this is like a family. These guys are not, this is his coach, bruh. See, the South Africans. South Africans, bro. We love them. I mean, it's not kissing. DC looks disgusted. All right, okay, it's not kissing. All right, let's pull up the kissing, bro. Let's pull up the kissing. Casual, yeah. This is not. This is your boy. This is your boy. Does Dricus' girlfriend know that he does this? Made sure his ball sack was still attached. It's a common thing. I don't think that's a common thing in a fight. Guys, come on. This is your boy. This is your boy right here. This is Dricus and his coach. I mean, look, they're closing their eyes. This is passionate. This is true lovemaking, guys. Is this not true lovemaking, man? They're closing their eyes. They're into it. Dricus, you can literally see Dricus' tongue peeking out of his coach's cheek right there, bro. Romantic, yeah. And he's still my boy. His coach is whispering something to him. Dude, I'm pretty sure. I forget which fight it happened. They'd Photoshop. This is not AI or Photoshop. This is not AI or Photoshop, bro. This is 100% true. I'm not even kidding. Cross my heart and hope to die. This is a true screenshot from a fight. Dude, I'm pretty sure that after one of Dricus' fight, his coach started like fingering him after the win, bro. Like it was bad. The one when he has a cute little braid is even crazier. Yeah, let's pull that up. Pretty sure that was like his brother or something too, bro. I mean, bro. Y'all gotta explain this one. I mean, come on, bro. How are you grabbing the face like that? Dude. How are you? Why are you? This is passionate, bro. This is grabbing the face, the neck. He's literally grabbing his neck. He's genuinely grabbing his neck. What is this? And he has a little woman's braid here too. This is a passionate kiss, bro. Crazy how DDP doesn't address this in public either. Yeah. Dude, where'd all the South Africans go? Where did all the South Africans go? They're speechless, bro. They cannot explain this one. They cannot explain this right here. Dude, this hand placement, dude, I know people who've been dating for like more than a month. They don't kiss this passionately. I know people who are married who don't kiss this passionately, bro. He was checking to see if I was okay, and the braid is an African thing. He was checking to see if his eye is okay. Dude, he's nowhere near the eye. Dude, he's grabbing his neck. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Dricus Duplessis started pulling his hair. Yeah, I know. I'm going to get flagged for gay porn. Don't report this stream. Don't report this stream, guy, please. Please don't report this stream, guys. I don't know. I don't think it gets worse, bro. I don't think it gets worse. You were eating? Search how he proposed to a guy in Paris. He proposed to a guy? Wait, what? He proposed to... I'm gonna get flagged for gay porn, bro. I'm gonna get flagged for gay porn. 100%. So not only did he propose to him, they did this. In the middle of the Eiffel Tower, bro. Are you kidding me? With families? I'm surprised he wasn't arrested for public indecency, bro. This is it? And no bulge either, bro. Where is the bulge, guys? Where is the bulge? I don't see it. There's nothing here. It's a camel toe, bro. See, this guy, I see it. I literally see it right there. There's nothing right here, bro. I think, dude, MMA Guru goes at John Jones for being gay. Why not Dricus? Why not Dricus? Why not Dricus, bro? DDP Girls is mad hot, though? Yeah, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Would you rather have a kissing pic like this or leaked Connor like the pic in public? Nah, neither. People say Adesanya gay, how ironic. Dag zooming in on DDP's balls. Yeah, dude. No, he doesn't have any. I don't think he has any. I think Hamzat's gonna win by testosterone production. Actual testosterone production. DDP has no balls, bro. The guy was checking if DDP fight. You guys are funny. That's something I'll give the South Africans. You guys got some good banter, bro. You guys got some hilarious jokes. The guy was checking if DDP's finger was broken, and it's the second picture is a photo shoot. Yeah, photo shoot for what? Gay porn? He doesn't care John Jones is gay. He pretends to care. He hates John Jones. Yeah. True. True. DDP was only proposing that pic to stretch his hamstring. Yeah, all right. All right, mate. Yeah, all right. All right. DDP only made out to make sure his coach's tongue wasn't dry. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody said anything about gay porn, bro. Chill out. Chill out, bro. Nobody said anything about gay porn, bro. Yeah, Lambo by the crib. This is how it is. This is how it is. Lambo by the crib. This is how it is. Hold up. Why is this not working? Bro, this shit is so stupid, bro. If you were from South Africa, you would have known he's trolling the world and it's working. I don't know if you can kiss your coach and claim it's trolling. You know what I mean? I don't think that's possible. DP and his coach will start French gifting if he wins against Hamzat. Oh yeah, they're probably going to. 100%. I think that's a true thing. I don't think it's a troll. That's like, dude, you can't like suck a dick and be like, we're just trolling, bro. We're just trolling. Like, you can't just do some gay shit and be like, nah, dude, I'm just trolling. I don't think that's how that works. I'm dead ass turning my monitor off at DP beats Hamzat. I can't handle the celebration sex. Yeah, yeah, true. Getch did that. Dude, I laugh along with the jokes, but seriously trolling his fiance is fire. I know she is. She's really attractive. She's really attractive. But we don't talk about that. It's not fun to talk about it. Alright, boys, I'm dipping, but go watch my latest video. Go watch this, like, comment, sub, or dislike, and comment hate and do whatever. If you're a DDP fan, comment hate. Cause you know, you've talked to me, you've seen my opinion on my live streams, but if you were watch his video and you're a DDP fan and you see how I place him, I give him respect. I give him the respect he deserves. You know what I mean? I give him the respect he deserves. But it is what it is. Dagix DDP humiliation collab ritual when? Yeah, drop D size in the comments. Yeah. No, don't drop D size in comments, bro. Please do not. All right, peace, boys. Thank you all for being here. It's been your boy, Dagan May. Shout out. Be here tomorrow. Shout out James. Shout out RB. Shout out the Mike. Shout out Darren. Shout out T. Shout out Richard Empire. Shout out James Dillon. Shout out Jake Furman. Shout out who else? Vex Furcan for the membership. Shout out all y'all boys. Thank y'all for being here. It's been your boy Dagan May. I am signing out. Deuces.